Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News in the Berkshires and beyond. As summer is heading towards the dog days, there is still plenty of events to see in Berkshire County. This episode, I'll be talking about art talks at Mass MoCA, concerts at Barrington Stage Company, and more. First, it's time for this episode's trivia question. This episode's question is, which NBA team has the most amount of Hall of Famers? Now, for this episode's local headlines. First, we'll be having two talks at Mass MoCA. The first is with Amy Yos. According to Mass MoCA's website, quote, "Join us for a conversation in the R&D store with Amy Yos as she celebrates the publication of the new catalog, Amy Yos Hot Corners." Afterwards, Mass MoCA will explore Yos's drawing, implements in a drop-in style activation to create artworks on Yos's Hot Corners exhibition, end quote. This vibrant artist's book and trim monograph preserves the playfulness of Yos's beloved Building 6 installation, Hot Corners, where the artist transforms a 142-foot space into a multi-room, immersive complex with thematic forms and functions. Each of the installation's 5 rooms, the foyer, the parlor, the library, the theater, and the drawing room, are designed with custom-built mobile furniture acting as shifting set pieces for a variety of functions, including art making, socializing, reflection, and performance. The catalog is a gorgeous document of the Mass MoCA project and a deep dive into Yos's visual vocabulary. This will be going on August 10th. The other is a talk with Brad Gooch. Brad Gooch is a poet, novelist, and biographer whose latest book is called Radiant: The Life and Line of Keith Haring, which was published by HarperCollins earlier this year. Keith Haring was one of the most emblematic artists of the 1980s. A figure described by his contemporaries as, quote, "a prophet in his life, his person, and his work," end quote. Part of an iconic cultural crowd that included Andy Warhol, Madonna, and Basquiat, Herring broke down the barriers between high art and popular culture, creating work that was accessible for all and using it as a means to provoke and inspire radical social change. Herring passed away of AIDS in 1990. To this day, his influence on our culture remains incontrovertible, and his glamorous, tragically short life has a unique aura of mystery and power. Based on interviews with those who knew Herring best, and drawing from the rich archival history, Brad Goots sets out to capture the magic of Keith Haring, a visionary and timeless icon. This captivating new work will become the authoritative work on the artist. This will be going on August 15th. Visit massmocha.org for more information. For our next story, we will be visiting the Clark Art Institute for a new exhibit featuring the artist Edgar Degas. Beyond his achievements as one of the leading painters of his generation, Edgar Degas was also a gifted graphic artist who produced a significant body of prints and drawings throughout his long career. He demonstrated his sensitivity to portray at a young age, using himself and his family members as models. In his works, Degas increasingly experimented with unconventional poses to capture the personalities of his sitters. During the mid-1890s, he embraced the medium of photography, and through it continued his self-analysis. Degas's artist colleagues also found in him a willing subject for portraits that are occasionally humorous in tone. This exhibition, which is timed to coincide with the 150th anniversary of the first Impressionist exhibition held in Paris in 1874, highlights the innovative and experimental practices of Degas in the realms of work on paper. In his pastels, drawings, photographs, and prints, Degas was relentless in exploring unusual media and processes. A range of works from the Clark's permanent collection and other select loans from public-private collections offer a behind-the-scenes look at Degas's innovative methods, materials, and supports. The exhibition also draws attention to Degas's friendships with other Impressionist artists who were similarly inclined toward technical experimentation. This exhibit will be open through October 6th. Visit their website shown here for more information. Up next, we will be visiting Barrington Stage Company in Pittsfield for a series of concerts at Mr. Finn's Cabaret. First will be Matt Doyle. A native of Massachusetts in the area, Tony winner Matt Doyle is thrilled to bring his concert to the Barrington Stage. Doyle won the 2022 Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical for his performance as Jamie in the Broadway revival of Stephen Sondheim's Company, a performance which also garnered him the Drama Desk and Outer Critics Circle Awards. Matt has been performing on Broadway stages since the age of 19 and has appeared in hit shows, including Spring Awakening, Bye Bye Birdie, War Horse, and The Book of Mormon. Audiences are in for a special night of intimate storytelling and treasured songs from Doyle's illustrious career. This will be taking place August 4th and 5th. The other concert will be Krista Rodriguez. Krista Rodriguez is excited to return to Barrington after her award-winning 2023 run as Sally Bowles in Cabaret. Join Mass Mocha as Krista presents a brand new concert in a unique and an intimate space. Sharing career highlights from her time in Broadway shows, including Into the Woods, Spring Awakening, First Date, The Addams Family, In the Heights, A Chorus Line, and Good Vibrations. She will also showcase other favorite songs and surprises. Krista will delight you and leave you feeling uplifted. This concert will be going on August 11th and the 12th. Visit the website shown here for more information. For our next piece, we are going to be doing a second history story on Jacob's Pillow Dance Festival in Lenox. After generations of use by indigenous peoples, Jacob's Pillow was settled in 1790 by the Carter family as a mountaintop farm at the crest of a steep, twisting stage road between Boston and Albany, now Route 20. Local folk viewing the zigzagging road from the bottom of the hill thought it resembled the rungs of a ladder. So these biblically minded New Englanders named the road Jacob's Ladder. Boulders dotted the farm pastures, among them a large cushion-shaped rock behind the farmhouse. The Carter family knew well the story from the book of Genesis. In 1931, modern dance pioneer Ted Shawn bought the farm as an artistic retreat. At the time, Shawn and his wife, Ruth St. Denis, were America's leading dance couple. Their Denis-Shawn Company had popularized a revolutionary dance form rooted in theatrical and multicultural traditions rather than those of European ballet. Their trailblazing work and cross-country tours paved the way for their students to become the next generation of legendary dance pioneers. In July 1933, Sean and his men dancers started giving tea lecture demonstrations to both promote their work and earn their living. The first pillow audience consists of 45 curiosity seekers, expanded steadily so that by summer's end, people were turned away. Routes for what was to evolve into the Jacob's Pillow Dance Festival were established. On July 9, 1942, the Ted Shawn Theater opened its doors as the first performance space in America designed specifically for dance. Liz Thompson initiated a dramatic artistic resurgence by welcoming new artists and audiences. Her innovations, such as the popular inside-out presentations and open access to the grounds and studios, remain an integral part of the Pillow's personality today. And Thompson was also the catalyst for constructing the former Doris Duke Theater. It's now time for this episode's movie portion of WWHEN. I was going to do a review of the Oscar-winning film Oppenheimer. However, I found the movie to be a political, scientific, mumbo-jumbo, pretentious mess. So, instead, I'll be reviewing one of my favorite films, the 2019 movie, Ma. Ma is a horror film. The film involves the title character, Ma, or Sue Ann Ellington, being convinced by a group of teenagers to buy them alcohol. She offers them the opportunity of drinking in her basement, but she also lays down several house rules. One of them has to stay sober. They can't go upstairs. They aren't allowed to curse. And they must always refer to her as Ma. Naturally, the film takes a drastic turn when Ma begins to express more sinister intentions. So, why do I love this film? It combines scares, tensions, and even some funny scenes. One of the strongest parts is the performance of Octavia Spencer as Ma. She combines what every great horror movie villain has: evil tendencies with a surprisingly sympathetic backstory. The movie can get a little gross at times, but that's okay, because it's what we've come to expect from a horror movie. I loved this movie so much, I even wrote a paper on it in college titled Mental Illness and Ma. Is the portrayal of PTSD accurate? The movie is available to stream on Hulu and Amazon. Our latest story takes us back to the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield for 2 more Hall of Fame spotlights. The 2 Hall of Famers discussed on this episode have been retired for quite some time. So they got lost in the Hall of Fame shuffle. However, they are worthy of Springfield's finest. They are Doug Collins and Michael Cooper. Doug Collins is being inducted as a contributor because he excelled in so many different aspects of basketball. He is hard to narrow down to one category. Collins' basketball career started at Illinois State University, where he was an All-American. In 1972, he also won a silver medal with Team USA at the Munich Olympics. Interesting note, at the time, NBA players were not allowed to play in the Olympics. So the Olympic teams were comprised of the best college players. In 1973, Collins was the first overall pick in the NBA draft by the Philadelphia 76ers. There, he was a four-time NBA All-Star and spent his entire career there. Unfortunately, knee injuries forced an early retirement. Afterwards, Collins joined the coaching ranks, helping the Chicago Bulls turn their fortunes around and helping transform Michael Jordan into the world's most famous athlete. He also coached the Detroit Pistons, Washington Wizards, and the team that he spent his entire playing career with, the Philadelphia 76ers. In between coaching jobs, he did broadcast work for CBS, NBC, TNT, and ABC ESPN, winning the Kirk Gowdy Award. This is an award that is given by the Basketball Hall of Fame for outstanding work in the journalism field, whether it be print or television. Today, Collins works as a senior advisor for the Chicago Bulls. Collins excelled at every job he did in basketball, which is why he's going in as a contributor rather than either a player or a coach. The other Hall of Famer receiving the spotlight this episode is Michael Cooper. Cooper was not known as an offensive player. Rather, he was a defensive force for the Los Angeles Lakers. However, a popular statement for sports is, defense wins championships, and Cooper proved it true. Cooper's career started at the University of New Mexico, where he was named an All-American. Afterwards, he was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers in the third round of the 1978 NBA draft. For context, there are only 2 rounds in the draft today. So not much was expected for Cooper. What really helped his career were playing for the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers. This team was one of the most exciting offensive teams of all time, but their victories wouldn't have been possible without Cooper's help on the defensive end. Even though he only averaged 8.9 points per game for his career, one of the lowest all-time for a Hall of Famer, Cooper was a 5-time First NBA All-Defensive Team and the 1987 Defensive Player of the Year. Cooper won 5 championships for the Lakers, whom he spent his entire career with. Afterwards, he went into coaching, where he has had more success. He led the Los Angeles Sparks to 2 WNBA championships and the Albuquerque Thunderbirds to the G League championship. This is sort of a minor leagues for the NBA. Today, Cooper is the head coach for Culver City High School in California. The Hall of Fame also provides the answer to this episode's trivia question. As a reminder, this episode's question was, which team has the most Hall of Famers? The answer is Massachusetts' own Boston Celtics. As of 2024, 41 players who either played for or were head coaches for the Celtics are in the Hall of Fame. These Hall of Famers range from those who spent their entire career with the team, like Larry Bird and Bill Russell, to those who only played a few seasons, like, pardon my pronunciation, European player Dino Radja. This number should only increase after members of their 2024 NBA champion team retire. That ends this episode of Wehry History and Entertainment News in the Berkshires and beyond. If you would like to watch this or any other WWHCN episode again, you can visit Pittsfield TV's and CTSB TV's websites shown here, or visit NBCTC's Facebook page. Also, if you would like to see the episodes in HD quality, make sure to check out my YouTube page at RT Wehry. Thank you.